Spring is here, and I feel so lucky to live in South Louisiana, where we can begin planting in late February or early March. I've got just over 20 years of gardening experience under my belt, and there are 3 small hand tools that I find myself reaching for over and over again. So I wanted to show you each of them and how I use them. They are simple, affordable tools that I don't ever want to be without. I would even give up my small hand shovel before I'd give up any one of these 3 tools. So let's get into it. First is my mini Hula Ho or Stirrup Hoe. Now I've loved my regular Hula Ho for many years, but this mini one just takes gardening to the next level. I love to be up close and personal with my plants. I prefer to squat or garden on my knees because I feel like those positions are much better for my body than leaning over while standing. So this mini one allows me to get down there and weed very closely around my plants without damaging them. The precision is actually quite impressive, and it's just a very fun tool to use. It allows me to weed for long periods of time without my back or any other part of my body getting sore. So if you aren't familiar with this tool in its original larger form, it's basically used for removing weeds when they are very young and small. This tool will save you from having to pluck each individual weed out, which can take quite some time. If this tool would happen to break, I'd get my husband to repair it immediately, otherwise I'd buy a new one right away. It is just that valuable to me. Moving on to my second most loved garden tool, which is my Hory Hori knife. There are times when I keep this tool and only this tool in my garden apron all day long and don't reach for anything else. This unassuming knife tool serves lots of purposes, many of which you won't even know until you use it. It really is multi-purpose, and same as the mini Hula Ho, I'd buy another one of these in a heartbeat if I had to. It's especially great for digging up those larger weeds with deeper tap roots. It's incredibly satisfying to get them out of the ground with this tool, and oftentimes I'll get carried away digging up weeds for much longer than I had planned. There's a serrated edge on one side and a blade on the other, but it's not very sharp, it's kind of dull, and I use both of them to trim soft stems and shoots when needed. I actually use this in place of a regular shovel a lot of times. I like to dig a hole with it for my transplants, and if I'm transplanting a lot of plants at a time, I absolutely prefer this knife over a shovel. I've had this one for about 6 or 7 years and it's still going strong. The only problem I ever have is that my children love it just as much as I do, so even though it's supposed to be kept in a designated spot for easy access, you can probably guess that it goes missing a lot. Somehow, after all these years of being used by all 5 of us, it's still with us today. The third tool that I love with all of my heart is my Wooden Dibber. This one actually has a special sentimental value because I made it and several others with my grandfather in his shop about 10 years ago. I had saved up the broken spindles from old wooden chairs and repurposed them into dibbers. My pa taught me how to use his lathe to shape and mold each one to my desired tapered point. It was a sweet day that I have fond memories of. I made several dozen that day and gave bundles of them to my gardening friends for Christmas that year. I kept many of them for myself, knowing that I'd use the heck out of them and be able to pass them down to my children and grandchildren one day. These dibbers are used for planting seeds, and they are just amazing. Depending on what size my seeds are and how deep I need to plant the seeds, I just choose one with a tip that looks appropriate. I use these in my garden house to plant seeds in my trays, as well as in my garden for direct sowing. You could also use these for transplants that have been started in very small cell trays, and I've done that as well. It makes quick work of planting both seeds and small transplants, and I am so grateful to have these around. I don't have any affiliate links for these tools because I'm not really sure how I feel about being a commercial in this space yet. I want to share what works really well for me and what I love, but I'm not sure how I feel about encouraging more consumerism. These are things I'll need to figure out as I go along. I'll say this though, No matter where you are as a gardener, beginner all the way to advanced, these tools will not change your life. They will be immensely useful and you will probably enjoy the heck out of them, but you can also get by quite well without them. So purchase with caution and know that gardening can be bountiful and beautiful without spending much money at all. Some would even argue that it can be completely free, and I might have even argued that myself a time or two. I'd be happy to answer any questions in the comments below. Happy spring and happy gardening to all of you.